Top of the morning, creator. It's day 19. I kind of want to sing that Steely Dan song, Hey 19, but I won't do that to you. Not today, anyway. So what up? What up with you? Are you loving what you're learning about yourself? What are you learning about yourself? Care to share? Put it down in your journal today. The more you respond favorably to all this, the more favorably everything will continue to unfold. You know, this thing that we're on, this journey, this odyssey, the one that's called life, and then there are the mini journeys inside that life, are there not? Like this one that we are having together. What's really funny about them is that it's important, if we want to continue these mini journeys and have them be fun and interesting and elucidating and expansive, that we do the work. But first you got to understand what the heck the work is, don't you? What is the work? So society says the work is go to school, get good grades, get out of school, get a good job, find a good mate, have good children, and so on. We'll talk about, well, that just sounds ghastly, doesn't it? Doesn't it just sound bereft of emotion or fun or interesting? And what if I want to deviate from that? What if I want to do my own thing? How does that work? Oh, well, that's where the party starts. That is the moment that the party truly begins. Your party, your personal party of manumission, of understanding that you are unique and a one-off and you don't fit into some cookie cutter, one-size-fits-all way of living. It feels like a hair shirt, does it not? It feels like maybe this story was made for somebody. I mean, somebody liked that story, and then everybody glommed onto it because it made life easy. And when you are unique and you know you're unique, and when you know that that story doesn't work for you, it means that you have to stand out. And that's not easy at the beginning, is it? To do something differently. To always be the one who's not in the inner circle. To always be the one who sees west instead of east or north instead of south. Most people like to go along to get along because it is easy and it doesn't make waves and it doesn't call attention to them. But I'm here to say that that's not a life. That's going along to get along. That's being part of the herd. I'm not denigrating that. Many people do it because that's a survival mode, and I get it. But I don't know about you, but I'm not down here to go along with the herd. Never have been. I often wished I could. It started with the nuns and it's never ended. And so for me, I'm not wired that way to go along to get along. Caused me a lot of consternation. But now I look at it as my superpower. And once you start doing this work, creator, once you really start looking at yourself and what you are capable of creating, once you shut out the din and the noise and the cacophony, once you disregard other people's opinions, once you get off the train of, I care what other people think of me, once you embrace fully that which you are, a God traipsing about this planet, having a delicious human experience. Once you become one with that, once you commune with that and align with that and vibrate with that, then your world will blow open in ways too numerous to mention. And if I'm right, it's probably started to happen already for you. I'm not signaling out the course as the reason this is happening. I'm saying, hey, there's a reason you were attracted to this course, right? There's a reason that you wanted to play together. That reason is you wanted to learn more about you. That's everything that I say, everything that I teach is about you learning more about you. And of course, I use myself as an example because what other example do I have? Abraham has Esther, and I, Constance, have Constance. So let me out myself. It's the It's the topic that I want to discuss with you today because it's an important one as we hone our skills. I found myself yesterday speaking with a friend and speaking negatively about something that I desire. Rather than talking about what it is I do want, I was talking about what I don't want. Now, if I could have gotten the I don't want part in, I'd rather not have this, I'd rather have that, not have that at first, and then worked into what I do want, that's cool. You can salvage your vibration by doing that. If you're going to have, again, working towards a solution creator, that's got to be a mandate for you with friends, coworkers, anybody, and now we're going to turn it on ourselves. Okay. If you want to bitch, if you want to moan, if you want to tell me what you don't want or don't like, fine. As long as we're going to turn it around at the end and talk about what we do want and work on the solution side and work on the up vibration side. Okay. So yes, here I was blah, blah, blahing about what I don't want, about something that I really want. So funny, right? And when did I realize this? Not until this morning when I did my meditation and I kind of thought back on it and I thought, wow, you were really specific about what you don't want. How about let's get specific on what you do want? And guess what? You never have to say what you don't want again, because the universe knows what you don't want already. You've said it, probably verbally many times. Absolutely vibrationally, which is the one that really counts. So I've already let the universe know vibrationally what I do want. And what am I doing? Am I streamlining that to manifest into my life? No, I'm down here having a human to human conversation and getting into that thing that we humans do. Blah, blah, complaining. I don't want that. I'm better than that. It's funny. You got to laugh because what the hell else are we going to do? So what I'm saying to you is I want you to become, I want you to really focus on your words. I want you to become your own editor. Okay? I want you to notice when you're speaking, when you're writing, do you vacillate between what you want and you don't want? Or are you firmly entrenched in what you don't want? How much time do you spend in the "this is what I want" section? And how much time do you spend in "this is what I don't want, don't like" section? If you're like most people, the latter is where you spend your time. And you don't give enough credence, credibility, time, and focus to what it is you do desire. That's how we open the allowing channel. Is by spending time in that arena. The one with the bright lights and the pretty people and the fabulous food and the good music. That one. If your friends aren't clear at this point about what you don't like, then they really shouldn't be your friends. And why do you need to talk about that anyway? What does it do for you? It's habit. It's habit. Why do I want a new house? Somebody might say, oh, well, let me tell you about my house I'm in now. No, you don't really have to. Okay. Why do I want a lover? Well, let me tell you about the last one. No. Start now editing your speech, your writing. I want you to notice as an observer when you start to deviate into the dark zone. When you write things down, I want you to read what you write. If you're posting things, notice what you're posting. Read it through like an observer. Have you stayed consistent, or do you drop off and then come back? It's important to note these habits because we want to clear this up. They're weeds in our garden and we don't need them. And we're getting better and better. The more we shut out the outside blah, blah, we get better and better at being able to hop on that moment when you want to deviate into an old habit of complaining, of vacillating between what you want and what you don't want, or of just filling space with words. Okay? So that's your task. Because this mastery thing, and I consider myself a master. Absolutely, positively. I do. I am a master. But guess what? It's not a little piece of paper that I get to stick on my wall. Being a master is fluid. Being a master is consistent and constant work. Being a master is editing myself. Being a master is using my universal mind when my human mind starts to, take a dramatic turn left. Being a master is being self-deprecating. Being a master is understanding that I am human, although I am a quantum being inside this body. I am human, and giving myself a break. Being a master is being able to come back to one, as I've told you before, right? The movie speech, back to one, is being able to come back to one and resetting myself. And it doesn't matter how many times I do it in my lifetime, 1,000,000, 1,000,000,000, it doesn't matter. Mastery means that I understand that that's how we do it down here. And this is what I signed up for. And so if I'm a master, so are you. A master of awareness, a master of alacrity, a master of focus, a master of creating over reacting. A master. Mastery. Yum. So what do you say we take this vibe right into right into our meditation? Get settled in your seat. Three big inhales and exhaling through your mouth, letting everything out, all the tension. Let your mind relax now. Take your human mind and tell him, tell them, whatever pronouns you want to use. Time to relax. I love you so, human mind. I so appreciate what you do for me. But I'd like you to relax and sit this one out. It'll be fun for you, and then we'll come back together again when it's over, I promise. Give permission for your mind to not be involved. We're not problem solving here. Okay? We don't need to include parts of ourselves that don't need to be included, just like our body parts, right? We compartmentalize. We relax the face. We relax the body. We allow the skin to relax on our forehead, on our cheeks, our eyes to fall deep into our sockets. Our tongue to rest in our mouths, our ears to hang heavy, our shoulders to relax, our arms to hang off our torso, heavy, heavy. Hands and arms heavy. Chest relaxed. Moving with the breath, but relaxed against it. Just as the covers lay on you when you're sleeping. You can move around in that space, but they're just laying there. Your belly relaxes. Your thighs. Your lower legs. Calves. Ankles. Feet and toes. You are draped in your chair now, or whatever place where you're sitting. You are draped here, like a beautiful piece of fabric is draped on a Grecian statue. It looks fluid. It feels fluid, and yet it's motionless. You as quantum being are capable of so much more than you realize. You are capable of observing while still in your body. You are capable of flowing energy beneath the stillness of your form. Now, as you observe your breath, 3 in, 5 out, note what happens in your body when you turn your attention to your breathing. What has tightened up again that you can release? Scan yourself. Notice it. This is mastery. A never-ending fine-tuning. There isn't an end zone in this. There isn't a point of perfection where you just say, "Boop, that's it." The universe is not perfect. The beings that surround us and embolden us and inspire us, they still evolve. There is contrast everywhere, although not as marked as we feel here in our human form. But the universe is constantly expanding and reaching for more. And that's what we do here as masters. Masters of our fate. Masters of our desires. Masters of where we choose to focus. Mastery. Relaxed, breathing, open, allowing. And with your eyes deep into your skull, feeling as though that space is limitless, endless, boundaryless. And your eyes are there, floating within it, relaxed. You don't have to work at keeping your eyes shut. You do it while you're sleeping. It's natural. So check in and make sure that your eyes and the muscles around your eyes are relaxed while you focus with your inward eye at the landscape that surrounds you. Notice how it feels here in your sanctuary. Notice how it feels. And then, what is it you can see? Do you see colors? figures, forms, shadows. Maybe none of that. And that's okay. Maybe something that I haven't even given an example of. Are there subtle gradations of hues in your blackness? Are there colors that sneak in and place themselves randomly across your landscape? I'm going to let you, in silence, have some time, and then I'll be back to take you back into the world of consciousness. All right, Creator. It's time. Time to come back into consciousness. Take one last look around. One last feel here of this sacred space in your sea of tranquility and knowing. Perhaps bring a little touchstone for yourself as you start to breathe in deeper, moving your body with the breath from within. Deeper breaths, perhaps wiggling your fingers and your toes, and stretching, if that feels good, your arms over your head and your feet as you become a fully conscious human once again. The blended communion of you and you. This is your highest and best place to function from. In the now moment, beautifully blended. That's where all your decisions need to be made, in this space. When you are blended and knowing and serene and confident. So let's bring this forward into our journaling. These feelings. And let's write about them. What are you learning about yourself? Or maybe what does your meditation feel like? What does that visual field behind your eyes? What is that? Does it have a feeling? What words can you apply to it? Does it change every time you go? Is it the same? Are there aspects that are similar and aspects that change? Does the space get bigger each time you dip into it? Or does it get larger as you spend more time there? And then how does it make you feel when you come out? What part of that would you like to take forward into your day? Write about it. Be clever about it. We all have this ability to write. It is not just for a sacred few. This is how you imbue this knowing into your system, creator. And this is how you become artful and a master as you go about your day. All right. Seems like I've got you armed and dangerous now. So off with you. Until tomorrow. Ciao.